First
Yep.
time. I'm excited. T is excited. Bree is excited. We're all excited. We just want to talk. That's it.
We used to do these convos, and it used to be busting. So we wanted to bring it to life and record it, have it out there for people to see, and then just keep having conversations. So, today talking about marriage. Like we posed a question about the state of marriage. Is it even something that's worth working towards or a goal anymore? Because it's looking real shaky right now. What we could see. So I'm in a long-term relationship. Britt is the Don Juan.
Not the Don Juan.
Britt is newly single out of a situation. No judgment here. It is what it is. Tiff?
Yeah. No judgment.
I got 5 years under me of marriage, but I've been married before.
Okay. We're gonna get into
my
that.
First marriage. Yeah, we gonna get into that.
Gonna get into that.
And I'm 35. Twice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Bree. What you about to say?
Okay, well, I've been single for a while, but I've been doing some self-help on myself. So now I'm ready out here to mingle. But this dating scene is hard, but I do still believe in marriage. So that's what I'm aiming for.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. I mean, that's a question. Like, Britt, you believe in marriage or no?
So, right, let's get into this. I am 1,000% for marriage, right? I think me just, period, growing up in a household where my parents have this thing that, I'm sure it's not just Black folks, but we got this common law thing. So I always had I always lived in a 2-parent household. My parents technically are not married, but their oldest child is 24. You get what I'm saying? So that's how long my mother and my stepdad have been, together. And they were together before they even had their first kid. And it was just me, whatever. But I absolutely believe in marriage. But I'm to a point now where I'm okay with not being married. You know what I'm saying? Because it works for some people. Marriage works for some. It don't work for others. And I'm cool with that. I feel like the bond y'all got, if it's a bond where you feel like, look, we need to tie this knot, by all means do it. If you feel like we could be together for 30 years and not, I'm okay with that too, as long as you're happy. And y'all
Tiff, I have so many questions. So I have a lot of questions. So
ask away.
My faith in marriage, how me wanting marriage is a little bit shaky. Growing up as a kid, like I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get married one day. Like, saw that as like a huge accomplishment. Now I'm like, it either can happen or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's either one thing or the other. I used to want kids. Now I'm like, if I was a parent in the world today, I will be behind bars because like I would be that parent. You comment on my kid said what on his page? Like I'm finding IP addresses. I am pulling up to houses. Like you're not about to talk to my baby. Like I have a lot of respect for anybody who's a parent at this time. So like as a person that's married and that has kids, like how does the state of things right now impact you? Like how do you survive in this current time?
Barely.
Okay,
the thing is, right, it's not even just being married with children, it's being married multiple times with multiple children. So I have 2 daughters. I have one with the previous husband and one with my current husband. That dynamic alone is chaotic because before I had a child with my husband now, he didn't have any children. So now how do you introduce that dynamic to a man that has a child with me already? And he's looking at him like, how you going to tell me what to do? You don't even got no kids. So how you going to be a father to my kid? You ain't got no kids, and then experiencing, I wouldn't say better parenting with my current husband that I did with my ex-husband, but it was just a different dynamic. And I think it had to do with my ex-husband being raised in a single parent family home, and my current husband being raised in a home with his mother and father being married.
Right.
Wow.
So they have two different views of family dynamic in general. So it was, for me, I really believe that it was very easy for my ex-husband to support me as a single mother rather than a married woman. When I was a single mother, it was like easy. I could get, what I could call, hey, listen, I need da 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 da, I'm there. But when it was somebody else interjected into that, and now I'm not a single woman no more, I'm not a damsel in distress, now I'm somebody's wife, then that's when the dynamic shifted. That's when it got crazy. That's when the dick slinging contest happened. I'm keeping it honest, That's when it got crazy for me. But I think that was hard. And then the issues I had, my parents been married 36 years, I'm 35, right? But my dad from a generation of, if I work and pay all the bills, I don't got to hug on you, I don't got to kiss on you, I don't got to tell you you're beautiful, I pay for everything in here. You can have it all, but I don't got to do the other stuff. So me having this idea of what father and husband was supposed to be, going off of what I didn't see, I forced unrealistic expectations on my previous husbands and on the co-parenting relationship I have with my now ex-husband.
Girl.
Now
I had to learn all of the. I had to like work through all that stuff.
You said previous husbands with an S.
Yes, I was married 2 times before. Oh. Yes.
So we're on marriage number 3.
Yes, Lord. Almost 4. But the nigga before him ain't had a $72.
Wait, what is your sign? What's your sign?
Taurus.
Okay. I know something about.
So it's a reason why there's 2, right? So without getting into it, because we only got an hour.
Yeah.
I was raised in a extremely, extremely strict religion, right? So you can't date unless you're ready to get married. I didn't have a boyfriend until I was like 17, and I snuck and had that boyfriend. That boyfriend then died suddenly on my 18th birthday. Wow. Like out of nowhere. So at 18, you can come out and say, hey, I'm dating, I'm grown, and it's acceptable. But on my 18th birthday, when we planned to come out and say it, he passed away on the actual day. So that was hard for me. Not having any kind of knowledge about grief or therapy or none of that, because when you raise in a Christian household, you gotta pray to get over whatever. Right. They don't really believe in external grief, counseling, therapy, nothing. It's like, pray. If you can't pray it out of you, then it's a demon. That's it. There's no in between. You either demonized or you have God, Right. So being 18, experiencing that tragedy, I met my first husband. I was 19, he was 24. So he was high ranking in the religion. It made sense on paper for us to be married. I never kissed nobody. I never had sex. I never had a sexual encounter. So me kissing him at our wedding was the first kiss I ever got in life. So that's at 19. Then I quickly realized he was domestically violent. So I was in a domestic abuse situation with him. I lost 2 children in that marriage because of the domestic violence. So I miscarried twice. By the age of 23, I was like, I got to get the hell out of this situation. It's either me or him. But in the religion, you can only divorce if there is adultery, which is cheating, or death. If you divorce for anything outside of that, you are going to be shunned, right? So I had a best friend that was a guy that was in the religion too. And he was like playing the fence a little bit. Like he had girls, but he couldn't bring the girls back to his house because if he got caught with them, he would be in trouble. So that was my best friend. He would bring the girls to my house. I would turn a blind eye to it because the husband that I had at the time didn't have a job. I was the only one working. This my best friend. He giving me a couple dollars and he sliding girls in. I didn't care. Like I was getting money and I was getting hit. So he was there. His presence was big. Whenever he was over, I didn't get hit. Short story long, the best friend we ended up getting together. That was my way out of the marriage. So we came up with a plan that, all right, listen, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get out the marriage. Then you could get out the religion. You could do whatever you wanted to do. I'm gonna just skate. I'm gonna just figure out life after I'm 23. We ended up falling in love. And then I ended up getting a divorce from that husband, marrying my best friend. And then here comes my daughter, my 10-year-old. And then we got married because it was like, we come from the religion of parents. Like, you can't just live, you got to get married. In order to get back into the religion, all of our family, all of our friends, everybody's in this religion. We have nobody. It's just us. So in order to get back, of course, we got to get married. So we get married. I quickly learned that we was better off as friends. Quick.
Girl, it sounds like a plot line for a BT movie. I'm like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
Like,
this got some Tyler Perry going on, honey.
This was a lot. So this is my first time being with someone, going to the club, drinking, just living a normal life that normal 23, 24-year-olds live.
The world
by 25, I was again a wife and again a mother. It is what it is. And then we realize, okay, this is not going to work. We arguing. He then leaves, gets with a side chick. She was pregnant. The baby ended up not being his. But again, I'm free. So now I'm 27. I'm 2-time divorced. I'm 27 and I'm a single mother. And I went from having this beautiful big house in Bridgeport. This husband was financially stable, like financial to the point where I got a BMW for my push gift at 25. So I knew he was doing some stuff, right? But when somebody giving you thousands of dollars at a time and you 24, 25, you kind of like, I'll do some retail therapy. Like, yeah, he ain't bringing me back nothing. Like, I don't care. But then you get to the point where it's like, all right, what do I really want with my life? And in those marriages, I learned so much about myself that I didn't know. So many things so many unrealistic expectations, so many fairy tale ideas of what I thought marriage should have been because of what I didn't see. And what's even more crazy, right? At 19, I had a crush. So in high school, I couldn't date in high school. Like, I didn't have a normal dating life. So in high school, this is so crazy. I'm about to say this, but it's real. You can really check like my social media. So I used to be on the bus. I used to take one bus in high school from sophomore year to senior year. And there was a guy that would walk up the street. I would be on the bus going this way. He would be coming this way. Everybody on my bus knew I had a crush on this guy. Like, I would knock on the window, go crazy. Throughout my life, throughout my relationships, I followed this same guy. Like, he ended up being on YouTube, battle rapping, all of that. So I would follow him through life. And I would always say to myself, like, that was my crush. I bet if I was with him, I wouldn't be going through these different things. Fast forward, that guy is now my husband right now.
Girl, you manifested that.
Okay. That was meant for you, girl.
Crazy. Yo, crazy. Right. It's crazy. But I had to go through all those things. I had to really understand that therapy was something good and not demonic, or just understanding myself sexually. Like, I didn't get it. I didn't know. My first kiss was at 19. I literally had to, like, even trying to figure out how to do it. Like, where do I even go to learn? In flows Brandon, my best friend, who's like, watch porn. And I'm like, oh, that's demonic. I'm doing that. I can't do that. This is Satan. Like, now it went from that to me calling him, okay, what do I Google? I'm in it. Where am I going? And he's navigating through like sight. And it's so crazy because like, I didn't have a lot of experiences. I only dealt with these two guys. So now, and my ex-husband actually was in the industry, and I didn't know he was in the industry until after we got a divorce.
The porn industry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't know. But you know what? He was doing some crazy stuff. And I was like, how do you know how to do this? Like, wasn't we raised the same? Like, I didn't even know my leg could go up there. You crazy. So that in itself, experiencing that and not even really understanding who I was as a sexual being until I was like 27 was crazy. I'm still at 35. I'm still learning, like, oh, this is good. oh no, I like this. And getting to a point where previous marriages, I would be okay with not being fulfilled in every aspect. Like it'd be like, okay, you got money, so I don't got to be fulfilled sexually. Now it's I need to know socks and drawers,
Right.
and I'm going to tell you when it's not good. I don't care how you feel, because I've wasted so much of my life being a people pleaser, trying to navigate through life, not hurting nobody's feelings. Now I'm gonna hurt your feelings.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna tell you.
Be real with you. You know, gotta be real. Yep.
That's what it is. And at my big age, I can't afford.
You and Brittany with this big age thing.
I'm 35.
I said,
big ages, baby. Big ages.
Like, at your big age, you shouldn't be.
We can't do stuff that we could do in our little ages and our big ages. Because it's at what point did you do some self-growing and learning, and when did you kind of get your shit together? At some point you have to. At this big age of 35.
I can't be 35 doing 25-year-old stuff. Like 25-year-old me and 35-year-old me are two totally different women.
As they
with
should
two totally different outlooks. You know, I don't even have the same outlook on relationships. So like my view of marriage was because this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what everybody around me does. This is the religion I'm in. My view of marriage right now is directly related to my connection with the universe, God, my husband, and business. Honest to God. People want to not say that, but it's business. Like, it's so many doors that open for me business-wise. As a wife, that wouldn't be open for me if I wasn't a wife. As a husband for him, that wouldn't be open for me, for him as a husband. And even just like medical stuff, I feel like if I'm laying with this man, I done had his children, ain't no way in the world a doctor gonna come in there and tell me I gotta let his sister make a decision for his life. We're not doing that. Not when we built this. No, I'm making all them final decisions, them final choices. It was us 2 and 3 in the morning talking. Y'all niggas get papers on y'all dogs. It won't put paperwork on the person that you laying with every night. No, you're not gonna be doing that. You own a pit. That's your pit. You go to jail about that pit, but you're not gonna go to jail about me.
It's the pit.
Nah,
it's the pit.
No, for real.
So I think so. You know what? Not even. So just to interject a little bit, so that I think that was more so like a big idea for me. So someone having the kind of outlook on marriage that I have, I'm just like, well, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. When it comes to those things, right? So you're in a long-term relationship with somebody. You've been in this relationship for 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, what have you. You are the closest being that person knows. You lay with them every night. You get up, you talk to them, you make them breakfast, you do whatever it is that you do as that person's partner, right? It is absolutely, I do agree that it is absolutely insane for if that person passes away, for their mom to then be responsible for all the arrangements that you guys have previously discussed.
Especially because she don't be liking you for real anyway. The mama don't even be liking you.
I can't.
So then let's bring it one step further, right? And we bring it to, as many people may know, Tiernese and myself, we are both lesbian women. We date women. So not everybody that we date, so we could run into someone, right, that we're dating, and their family may just deal with us because of the fact of them dealing with us, because they just have to be cordial. But God forbid that person passes away. Now that family member wants to like push us out. We can't come to the funeral. We can't do this. We can't do that. We have no say so, right? So in that sense, that legality is absolutely important, because you're not going to tell me that I can't go to my partner's funeral. I know what she wanted. I know what, you know what I'm saying? I know all the minor details that she wanted. I know who she wanted in the front pew. I know, the preacher she wanted. I know
here.
How dare you then now come in and change all our shit up. So in that aspect, I absolutely agree that legal paper and that certificate and all that stuff is.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. That's truly and honestly what it is for me, because a physical paper couldn't make me closer to my husband, but I need that paper, just like I need the deed to this house, just like I need the paperwork to my car. That stuff belongs to me legally. You can't move without that. It's yours. So not in the sense of like property wise, but according to the US United States of America, baby. Baby. Oh, we going, yeah, it's up. You're not about to tell me nothing. Yeah. And not that I want to cut out his family at all, because I love them. But it's just to have that. You're not gonna lay with me years and years and years, and we build this beautiful life for somebody to tell me in your last moment, I can't have a say in that. Or you real sick and a plug gotta be pulled or stayed. And I know, because we talked in them nights what's gonna happen. That's really what it was, because honestly, if it was up to me and that wasn't a factor, I probably went and got married again. It just is what it is. I did it already. Mm-hmm. I did the big $20,000 wedding, and I did the quick justice of the peace shit. So I had it, it wouldn't have been, it's that. It's really literally for that. And then my relationship with God is intertwined with my marriage. I feel like it brings me closer to God. And I feel like me being submissive, not obedient, because I ain't obedient to not near man. I'm obedient to God, which makes me then submissive to my husband. And I feel like those things intertwine so much that I had to bring them together.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I was obedient to a man before, and my edges was gone. Oh, it was a whole nother situation. Never again. Never again.
Oh my gosh. Girl, I'm telling you, BT will pick this up immediately.
Yo, it's so much detail into how I got out of those situations. Like, I'm talking about burying guns, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. But I did what I had to. Look at Brittany.
Brittany is like,
I did what I had to do,
Like, that's the thing, like, because, again, it's shaky right now in marriage. It's like, what do you tolerate? You know what I'm saying? Like,
nothing.
Like, some people may say, like, if somebody cheat on me in a relationship, I'm out. But because I'm married, I signed a paper, I'm dedicated, I'm gonna stay.
It depends. So cheating, I've been cheated before. I think cheating is circumstantial, whether I leave or not. So it depends on the circumstance. I'm not giving my husband a pass when he see this. He better get his strong 6 friends to carry his casket.
Oh wow,
but
strong 6 friends.
What I'm saying is, if it's like, we always talk about this. We talk about this on our podcast too. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's something where it's a long-term relationship you've had with this woman, you've built, you got emotional ties to her, and you sleeping with her, I'm out. Because then that tells me that there was something happening that broke down in our marriage. It wasn't just one night, I'm drunk, I fell into some pussy type of situation. Mm-hmm. I might be a little bit more understanding if it's the I fell into some pussy type of situation, rather than this woman you've been dealing with. You've got months, and she knows things about me, your children. She's following you. That to me, that's snapped. I'm gonna be on snapped.
Yeah.
But if it's on some, I was in Vegas, or I'm in Atlanta, and I was throwing money in a strip club, and this stripper just so happened to suck my dick, like, we gonna talk about some shit. But leaving, I don't know. We're going to figure out what it was that made you feel vulnerable enough in that space mentally to think that was okay. I feel like accountability, not that I feel like cheating is a reason to cheat. I feel like cheating is a character flaw. Because I feel like a man is going to cheat, or a woman is going to cheat if it's in their character to do so. There's nothing, I don't care how good I can eat them yams, macaroni, that cheese.
You look like you got thought. Your face, Brittany's face was showing mad stuff.
I don't care how good you could be to a person. If it's in their character to cheat,
they're gonna cheat.
And that's an option for them when they're not getting what they want. Then they're gonna do it. Most people with good character, or cheating is not in their character, they're gonna exit the situation before they keep repeating themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
But some people feel like that's an option for them. And for my husband, it's not an option for him. It's not an option for me to seek outside arrangements. We're gonna have them uncomfortable
entanglement.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's okay, but I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say if it was circumstantial that I'm out, I can't do that. I got damn near 6 years in with this man. House, businesses, children, conversations, death, depression, pregnancy. We got so much that we've been through together. I don't know if circumstantial cheating is something that is bond breaking. I don't want to find out either, but I don't think it'll be bond breaking where for me, I can't go back. Now, my husband would tell you in a minute, ain't no way I can forgive you because our relationship will never be the same.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm like that too.
See?
I like I can't like. I tried before dated somebody, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something different. Let me forgive this person. But maybe because of where I was at in life and how I felt about myself, whatever the case may be, I just kept holding this grudge that was in the closet and kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And hey, you remember when she cheated?
Yeah.
Huh? It didn't let me participate in a relationship like I could. Like I grew resentment. Like maybe it was ego, whatever the case may be. But I do hear you. Like the emotional cheating, it'll tear you up, man. It'll tear you up. That one night stand vibe. I don't know if I could do the one night stand vibe either. But the emotional one, when you done contemplated, set up things, text messages, is you premeditated that.
And you could have left and been
with her. You made that. That's wasting both of our time. Like all three parties are being time is just.
So Brianna, how do you feel about that? What's from cheating?
So like she kind of said, like if it's just like a one night stand, then so be it. I don't
really,
to be honest, because what if I gotta look at myself. What if I have one? Would I want him to forgive me? So, but I feel like if it's a serious relationship, then okay. If we talking marriage, in the marriage, I say you for cheating. But like she said, sometimes things happen. But if it's not like if it's just like a one night stand, how would you even find out really unless he told you? But
wait,
you can find out.
And you know what? I think like sometimes women like we get into these spaces. I remember being in a space where I went a month without having sex with my then husband, and because I was in a space mentally where I just wasn't there, and I didn't even think about what kind of effect that had on him as a man with a high sex drive being young. But for me, I was just like, whatever. So then he could have left, or if he goes out and do that one night stand, he could have left, or we could have had a conversation about why I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing for one whole month straight. Me refusing to have that conversation and me having a headache every day for a month, kind of put him in an uncompromising position physically. So now you got you come home to pussy that's good, and they not giving it to you, and now you got somebody throwing it at you. And then you have a wife at home that's not even telling you why she just not.
Yep.
So I don't know what kind of effect
let me ask you this: was he taking the initiative, or he was waiting for you to take the initiative?
Nah, he was taking the initiative.
And then you were just like, nope. Like,
I got a headache. I don't feel good. My stomach. But that's
I got a headache every month. I got every day I got a headache.
Every day.
It goes sleep.
And then it was go get an MRI. I don't need an MRI. I know what's wrong with me. I just got a headache. Like now, I just being like I was 22 at the time, and I just was in this space where it was like a no for me, and I was in a domestic situation, and I probably had a lot to do with it. But I wasn't experienced, so it wasn't something that felt good to me,
right?
Because I didn't have nothing to compare it to. That was my first everything. So now I'm like, this shit is corny for real. Like I don't understand. Like this is I'm 20. Like what the hell, y'all out here wilding about that? Y'all can have it. So like I had never experienced the orgasm, so I didn't understand like Oh, this. So when I experienced, when I was like, oh, this why y'all wildin'. Okay, I get it. This is what I'm supposed to be feeling.
What's crazy is that there's a high percentage of women who there's women in their 50s, whatever, never experienced orgasm.
That's crazy.
Never had an orgasm at all, which is sad. Like,
yeah.
like, but that everyone, if you sexually active, that's something you should be able to experience that. Like, it's a workout too, but
yeah,
get to that point with it, like
I ain't feel it for the first time until I was 24, and I was active since I was 19. Didn't know what it felt like till I was 24 on my second body, and then that flipped my mind because now I'm like, oh, I'm crazy. You push the crazy button now. Now I'm gonna bust out your windows.
Right?
No, I'm serious. Now I'm like, okay, I understand why Jasmine was busting people windows out because this is what it is.
Yeah.
So now, okay, all right. This is what crazy is because now I'm be crazy. So that's another, like, it's so important to understand who you are sexually before you can say definitively, this is what I want and this is the kind of relationship I need. I didn't even know that I needed that till my second marriage. I didn't know that was important for me to be satisfied emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that combined is necessary for me to. Now I'm operating off of just that in that marriage. Now I'm just like, I'll take whatever because the sex is good and the money is right there. Not understanding I needed mental stability, emotional connection. I didn't care about that. It's swinging this shit. And I got a couple of dollars. I don't give a fuck what he do. Like, this is this is the truth. This is the truth. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So you cannot. So in your second marriage, you were settling, right? You were settling because, like you said, he was slanging. He was giving you what you needed.
Couple of dollars,
and the dick game was good.
Yeah, it was.
You were satisfied now, and your third marriage, which I'm assuming is probably your final, because this Pop is your person.
Oh yeah, this is it for me, pal.
You know what I'm saying?
This is it.
So it's like the comparison. How's the feeling now? Because now the bar is set, bitch, to the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So now you gotta have amazing sex, a lot of money, and now you gotta this is what my mind.
And you gotta be a battle rapper.
Single before I'm married.
You gotta be a battle rapper. Listen, wait. Bitches love battle rap. If anybody knows me, I adore battle rap. I always did. I love
it, girl.
Bitches love battle rap. Period.
I think I had to find myself though before this marriage.
Okay.
I was in previous marriages, right? The one before this one, I was so wrapped up in him because my mother, my grandmother were wives, right? And they always, taught us to cater to your man and make sure that food is done by 6. Make sure if he working and taking care of the kids and the family, you take care of him, right? I remember being 27, divorced, single mother, and dating, and men asking me what my favorite color was, and I had no answer because I was so wrapped up in what they wanted. I didn't even know who I was. I didn't know my favorite color. I didn't know what my favorite food was. It was always a constant cycle of what you want to eat, what you want to eat, what you like. I didn't know how I really wanted my hair for real. I did it because they said they like that. I didn't know what color to put on my nails. I was always, you know what I mean? So at 7, I had to figure out who the hell I was. So I stepped back from dating, took a whole year and learned me, fell in love with me, and then figured out what it was that I needed to thrive in a relationship.
Right.
That was the hardest thing. That took a lot of like, well, what do you like? And separating my ideas of what I thought I liked that was wrapped up in the previous relationships to what I really like. What I think I can handle and take and what I have the capacity for mentally that I was wrapped up in them and what I really have the capacity to take, what really drives me crazy, I really got to be like, yo, nah, this is a dub. So it took time with me being by myself to understand what was really important and what I really needed. It couldn't come from no other being but me.
Yeah.
So now going into this relationship, I was already whole. I already knew what it took to be happy. I wasn't looking for somebody else to make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Even right now, 5 years in, it's not my husband's responsibility to make me happy.
Right.
It's his responsibility to add to my happiness, but for him to be responsible for making me happy is again an unrealistic expectation.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the start of the downfall, the downward spiral, because
Exactly.
that just can't happen. So going into this marriage, I was more so focused on what are you adding to my happiness? What are you doing for my soul? And then follows everything else. What type of person are you? How is your character? You know, what kind of parental guidance did you have? What did you carry on to your adult life? What did you leave in your childhood?
Ooh, child.
What don't you want to be? What do you want to be? You know, I had to
Ooh,
really get
it's
down
a
to
hot take
those
right
things. Yeah, because like,
Fire.
what kind of father did you have? What
Right.
kind of mother did you have? Did you have a mother that mothered you? Because if you didn't, I don't have the capacity to be a mother.
Correct.
Yeah, because mothering is a thing. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you got my issues, baby, I can't help.
I would say I hold myself accountable because, you know, I'm learning about that right now. It's not sexy to be mothering your partner.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Those are the questions that needed to be asked. And also, if you have any childhood trauma, what treatment did you receive to get over those things?
Right.
Girl,
Absolutely.
speaking to
People don't be believing in treatment because if you got a cold that lasts more than 10 days, you bring your raggedy ass to the hospital. But you got insecurities and mommy issues, and you won't bring your raggedy ass to the psychiatrist.
Therapist.
Right.
yeah.
Same
But
thing.
if you know, people of color.
Oh yeah, we don't believe in it.
They starting to believe little by little, but they don't believe in it because they think it's a YT thing. You know?
Yeah.
They think that's for them. But like, why would it be just for them if it's to your mental health? Like we all have mental health and things. So like it's critical, right? That people seek help so that the traumas is not playing out in their relationship. And some people don't even know that the traumas is playing out in their relationship. And they be like, that's just how they are, or they're not listening to me. I don't feel heard. Right. And it's like, wait. You need to look at this. And what are you doing?
And you know what? I learned that the hard way, right? I was trying to force my daughter's father and my current husband to be the fathers to their daughters that I wanted my father to be for me. And my two kids don't even need that. Right. They don't even require that. You understand what I'm saying? So then this is another thing, right? My ex-husband believes in beating kids. I got a beating. My sister got a beating. We all got beatings. We came out okay. I don't believe in it. Because I believe I don't need to beat my child into submission. I feel like that's that thing. And then my current husband is like, I'm not beating these girls. I feel like if I put my hands on these girls, I'm going to teach them that
it's okay.
Love is associated with hitting. And I'm a man.
Right.
So that was a conflict of interest there. So now we got two different households operating two different ways. And now me projecting my childhood trauma onto these two men and trying to mold them into the father that I always wanted was counterproductive to parenting. So now I had to get therapy for that. I'm still in therapy for that. I'm still like navigating through that. It's real. People don't get it though. Like they don't want to. Nope. I love church. Amen. Hallelujah. But sometimes the pastor be needing therapy. Okay. I can't.
Yes. Somebody said that.
Wait, okay. Wait.
Preach.
Look, I'm passing the glass on that one, okay? I'm passing the glass.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
sometimes they do, girl.
So y'all,
sometimes they do.
So we all know. We all got social media. We see all of these couple goals and model couples and these famous folks and all these A-class celebrities, B-class celebrities, everybody, especially in our Black community, everybody's talking about these people. So we got the Will and Jada. We got the Jenny Mai and Jeezy. We got
Tiana and Iman.
Oh, yep, Tiana. I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one
either.
Coming. They look like they was locked in solid. You know, I think she fighting the fact she's a lesbian, but
she definitely 100%. You ain't humping no girl in those. Come on now. She's in love with Kalani, but I'm not gonna go there.
Right. Hope she living her best life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like Bridges brought up, like we had all these long-term couple goals, couples, right?
We get that all the time. Me and my husband get that because of the podcast. And it's like, oh, you guys are so inspirational and all of that. I'd be like, yeah, I just learned how to suck dick 5 years ago. You really don't know me for real. Like, you think it is not what it appears to be. I promise y'all that. This is real. Like, we gonna be real. This is real. Right. Like, y'all be thinking that, okay, because he bought me this beautiful house. We have this beautiful podcast. And these children, I done been to jail and everything. You got to understand. Social media is...
I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait.
Social media is beautiful because you can put out there what you want to put out there.
Absolutely. I agree.
So I try my hardest to be transparent, like, because we need to bring integrity back into being transparent.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
You can't filter real life. Real life stuff.
I have a question for you, right? So do you think Will and Jada should have been more transparent, or it just ain't nobody business? Like,
I think they should have been more transparent.
Okay.
I do. I'm going to tell you why.
Nobody business.
I think they should have been transparent. Y'all put us in the business. The moment y'all had a public wedding, you had E! News and Vibe magazine cover your matrimony. You are the staple for Black love. You should have put.
Jada didn't want to get married though. Jada didn't want to get married.
She should have said that. She should have told Vibe magazine. She should have said, you know what? I really don't want to do this, but I'm pregnant and my mother is making me do it. Right. We would have been Team Jada all the way down. Right. She ain't never want to marry him anyway. We would have been riding with you, sis, because you would have told us the truth. You would have told us, I'm in love with Tupac. He's gone. I can never be with him because of my image. It is what it is.
Well, shoot, he ain't here. She can't be with him.
But don't you respect the truth over? Everybody hate Blueface, right? But he be telling the truth. But he tells the truth. He tell the truth.
He lives in his truth, yes, and
he do live in his truth.
He using it in the smartest way possible. Baby. Like he ain't a good rapper, but he was like, yo, I can market this.
He's telling the truth, though. It's up to Krishan to accept it or not.
Right.
And you hate it or you love it, but he's telling the truth. You know how many people got married on the cognizant of, I want that Will and Jada love. You know how many songs?
Yeah.
And the love ain't even real.
Bobby and Whitney was telling the truth. Them niggas was getting high. We knew they was getting high. They didn't hide it. We respected him. When Whitney broke up with Bobby, she was public with it.
You know what's crazy, y'all? You know what's crazy?
Don't do this.
I'm gonna ask you a question in a minute. We say Will and Jada. We just brought up Jenny Mai and Young Jeezy, right? Yep. And Tiana Taylor, right? Everybody loved Beyonce, but I ain't never heard nobody say, yo, I want to be like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
They told their truth, though. Beyonce told when Jay-Z cheated, had a whole Lemonade album about it. They stood in their truth. They didn't hide it. They came to the forefront and said it. Like, because people idolize fairy tale-esque love, when in reality, this shit work. This shit is real. Like, this shit is not, I look like this.
And the problem for me is like, I don't want that. I don't want that problem.
But this is what it is. We gonna talk candidly, or what we gonna do? We gonna tell the truth? Because this real life stuff be happening. It ain't always beautiful. Sometimes it's ugly.
Right, and it's work.
And it don't matter how much money you got either. Everybody go through it. Rich
Right.
or poor. Period.
Will and Jada got so many.
Look at Kevin Hart and his wife. She was pregnant and he cheated with 2 women in Vegas.
Who?
You hear me?
They still together. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart cheated on his wife while she was 8 months pregnant with 2 women.
I don't think he's comfortable.
You see how quick that went away? You see what I'm saying?
I don't think
see how fast that came and went?
I think that Kevin Hart got a complex, and there's some demons that he was fighting, because that was wild to me. Like,
right.
That was wild.
Right.
And I don't know why that. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know what you said about marriage, but I don't know why his wife is staying.
For money.
What you mean? Why she's staying? You know why she's staying?
She looks like a placement holder to me. She's just there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's staying because he was with his first wife. It didn't work. She was a side chick, and some people's egos won't let them be better. So some people's egos determines their worth, right? So her ego won't let her step away from a situation that she knows she should step away from, because if he gonna cheat on his wife, which what makes you think when you become the wife, he's not gonna cheat on you. Sometimes the leopard don't change these stripes, right? So her ego is allowing her to downgrade her self-worth, because she don't want to be the, well, he did it to you. Come on over here with us, sis. Sit at the table.
She don't want to do
different.
That. And that's what's going on.
She thinks
you're different. Not, and that's okay.
So, because Brianna was shaking her hand, I want to double back. So you feel like it's not people's business when it's some tea coming out and you have a public relationship? Like,
no, I don't think it's just like she said, they put out what they wanted to put out, right? So if they didn't want to put this out, then so be it. If it got spilled, then it is what it is. Like, first of all, why are we even looking to them as a role model for what marriage can or will be?
You better say that, Brianna.
Because of our community, we don't have enough role models in our community.
Exactly. Speak
on it. And ain't no playbook to this shit. Like, we could read books all day, but the person that read the book or wrote the book, their reality is not mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, how can I go based off of their reality when it's you know what I'm saying? We ain't speaking the same language.
That's why it's good to have conversations with, like, Tiffany, people that are happily married, not talking to your aunties that been married a couple times and they can't stand men, like, and we just go off of what they say, or we just around some bitter women, whatever. No, we need to have conversations with women that are in happy marriages, or women that are just positive about marriage.
Few and far in between, though, because a lot of women that you perceive to possibly be happy, Tiana, Jada, are not really happy. Like, they really like not. So then how, as a single woman, do you determine if a person is happy or not? What's your barometer to measure happiness?
That's hard. Okay. But she does got a point. So community is important, right? Because you able to relate to other people is a good thing at the end of the day, you know, because there might be some things you didn't see. But you in a marriage, how much do you share with friends and families the things that go on in the marriage? Like, what part of it is healthy and what part of it is not, and what could actually hurt your marriage?
I'm extremely transparent because I never had anybody that was extremely transparent for me. So maybe sometimes I may overshare. Me and my husband on our podcast, we overshare. Nothing is off limits, because everybody go through everything at some point. And I would like the hurdles we go through, the difficult times, the good times, all of it. I feel like it's important for it to be seen on our level, not just on a celebrity level.
Absolutely.
Because like, you're going to have situations where DCF was called on me and I'm in a stable, happy marriage. But the other party felt away, so they called, and we're going to talk about that call. I'm going to let you know what happened when they was called. I'm not going to withhold to keep up an idea of what marriage should look like. I'm going to tell you what it really look like. Not going to put a filter over it to make anybody around me comfortable.
Right.
No, that's
sometimes marriage and relationships are uncomfortable.
That is hot right there. Okay.
Because there's certain things that I probably can deal with as a woman that you probably can't. but you never would know if you could deal with it or not unless you've seen the situation unfold in front of you.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to physically see something happening and be like, oh, I wouldn't have reacted that way. I would have did. So now moving forward, if you're ever in that situation, you have some barometer to measure your reaction. So I am very transparent with my life. And that also has to do with how I was raised. I was raised in a strict religion. So appearances were everything. We had to appear to be perfect. So I went so long with like long suffering. I suffered for so long in silence that now I'm loud as fuck. I'm loud. Yep. I don't care. You don't like it? Go over there. Like, you're gonna keep it real for me. Like, you gonna ask me something, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Yeah. And I'm not gonna be afraid. I think that's another thing in our community as Black people. We love sweeping stuff under the rug. Love not talking about what it really is. Everybody got a family member, cousin, aunt, whatever that's on drugs. We never talk about it. Everybody got a family member, cousin, or whatever that's dealing with mental illness. It ain't just the slow cousin or my aunt a little slow. You know, she washed the soap or her bread ain't done in the middle. No, what's really wrong with her?
Right.
It's so many Black people that are on the autistic spectrum that have been taken care of by another family member for just getting a check and don't know about. I never really know what's wrong. Yep. You know, and it's that. I don't want that. For me, for my kids, I want to talk about what's really going on, like how you really feel. Let's have these uncomfortable conversations out loud. Let's not carry that generational shame. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
For our kids.
I love that.
So I am extremely transparent. When Brittany said to me, oh, is there anything off limits? No.
Brittany know I listen. No. I dig in. I be like, yo,
I just want to be.
Sex life like? What's it looking like? What position you like? Like, I don't care.
But I know Tiff. But I know Tiff. So it's like I want everybody to be absolutely comfortable. You hear what I'm saying? Like, we're here to have a conversation. So, like, as Tierney stated earlier when we first began, we did this. This is nothing new. This is just our first recording of it. But during COVID, when COVID was here, we was on these things every week. You hear what I'm saying?
Every week.
We just did not record. We would have heavy.
There've been like 8 people. Like,
we've had big groups. We have been amounts of people. It was a
organically, like,
that's so healthy. That's so healthy. Conversation is so healthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's coming from a place of truth.
Exactly.
And like it's an emotionally safe space to speak when it's us here. Because we all have different experiences, but we also all have the same experiences. Just different the time in our life. So when me and my husband do our podcast, we take callers. And people be calling in with wild.
Tell us the name, Tiff.
Talking about,
tell us the name. We gonna
put your name because I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna drop it. Put your name in the podcast.
Black and Married podcast.
Okay. Yep.
And it's crazy because now we're an award-winning podcast and we're getting ready to do season 3. But it's called Black and Married. It's all about being Black and being married and trying to navigate through life as a blended family. Just things that come up just in life. Him being a Black man in his 30s, being married to a woman with a child and an ex-husband who is involved with his child, who's dating a white woman. It's a lot. It's a lot under that umbrella. So we got a little girl that is being raised in 2 totally different households.
Yeah.
Coming together and navigating through that with our own child now that we now have, with families with opposite religions. It's a lot. It's a lot. Look at it. It's a lot. And then people we really want to know stuff.
Definitely got to. What platforms are you guys on? Are you on like
Spotify, Apple Music Podcast, iHeart, and Pandora, and we do Facebook Live. When we shoot it, it's live. It's happening like so. We can't cut it. We can't edit. We can't do nothing. It's real. People ask us everything from Christmas to sex positions. Like, what's up? And we gotta answer because it's like they want to know. Let's talk about it. And then you realize, like, once you start talking about this thing, then you get the people in the comments like, me too. Oh, that's crazy. You know, you get that.
Yeah.
You get that sense of community that we're looking for.
Yeah, and it's fun and it's playful and it's informative. Also, you making connections. People might network with each other in the comments. It's bringing people together.
They do.
So
I
can't wait till like we do our live and stuff like that. That's in our plans too. It's gonna be a good time. One last question.
You can ask me whatever you want to ask.
I got a question too. Hold on.
All right, go ahead, Brianna. Go ahead. You go.
So what do you suggest for dating out here now?
Girl, no, it's shit the dating pool.
I'm sorry.
Girl, shit and piss.
Don't
forget the piss. Don't forget the piss in there. The piss is in there too.
What I would suggest though is if you're gonna date, right? Think about what it is that you're looking for in a person that will help you thrive in a relationship with them. I would say go in not expecting them to take on the responsibilities that are your own.
Okay.
Don't expect them to make you happy. You are responsible for your own happiness. Don't tolerate something because you feel like you can for now, because you don't know. In 2 years, your whole situation may change. You may go through something where you no longer have the capacity to carry that emotional burden that comes with that person. So be very strategic when picking someone that has a lot of things that you got to get over. Don't keep saying, well, that's all right. Well, let me not. No, because in a little while, them things is going to be big things.
Okay.
So those are red flags. The red flags that we tend to ignore. Yeah. We ignore those red flags.
Yeah.
We ignore
Don't do that, because later on it's going to be big flags and it's going to be big things. And you got to consider your age, consider the things that you've gone through in life, and consider the things that you have not gone through in life. And will you be able to go through those big things, loss of parents, God forbid, or loss of child, or loss of job, or loss of financial stability? Will you be able to carry that emotionally within yourself and the other person's emotions with it? If you can't do that when y'all Gucci, don't do it when you're not. And make sure you witness that other person in every season. You need to see them at their most upset. You need to see them down, depressed. You need to see them broke. Let me say that again.
Ooh,
you need to see them broke.
Ooh, yeah. Bro.
You need to see them without their hair done, or done. Because I promise you to bring on depression when you ain't all the way together.
I can't.
You need to see them like that. You need to see them hungry.
Right.
You need to see them in situations where the only option is to have some form of faith base.
Absolutely.
You need to see all of that before you say, before you definitively say, okay, this is who I want to be with forever. I'm done. Don't let no amount of money, no amount of dick, no amount of pussy, no amount of nothing fool you into believing that you will be okay, because you won't. I've been there. I promise you.
Okay.
The gems, man, the gems. Wow, I am blown away. Taking notes for my own relationship. So my question was, right, romance is important, right? And when you in a marriage, it's a long-term thing. So like romance alive in a relationship and date night, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying. Especially with kids, businesses, romance is not an option. It's a requirement. It's a requirement for me. Absolutely. I made it a requirement in the beginning. Like, this is not something that could ever lack, because this helps me thrive and be the best version of myself for you. So romance is as much of a requirement as a faith base for me. Because I can't operate in my womanhood without feeling that. I need that. I need it. Like, real. I would never shake on that. And my husband has not fallen short of it at all. When I feel like, what's going on? Why you ain't? It comes. It's like me, more or less of me being impatient. But he's actually done things that have literally taken my breath away.
Wow.
I remember last Valentine's Day, we had a show on Valentine's Day, and he surprised me. And he told me we was gonna have dinner in the house, which I love. I'm cheap. I love like little stuff that don't cost a lot of money but mean a lot.
Okay.
And he blindfolded me, brought me down into my dining room, and there was a Black woman playing the violin with the afro that was this big. And it was rose petals everywhere. And he had a camera guy there. It was everywhere. It was all over social media. It was crazy. And that to me, and she was playing Anita Baker, You Bring Me Joy, which is my favorite song. So he do big like that, and then it'd be little stuff like
oh my God.
he do like a love check-in, right? So once a month, we take time away from the kids and everything else, and we do a love check-in where we having a conversation with how our month has gone, if I've done anything or if he's done anything that we weren't able to talk about during the month, we talk about it at that time. But we make a conscious effort to touch one another. Like he'll keep his hand on me, I'll keep my hand on him, we'll sit close to let each other know that even though these conversations may be uncomfortable, we're still going to stay connected physically and emotionally.
Oh,
So
God,
we do that.
I love that. That is an amazing thing.
It's really, really good. It helps us stay connected, stay grounded, stay in love. We text each other certain things. Like I make a dick appointment every couple weeks. I'll like physically make an appointment in my phone and then send the appointment to him. It's that type of stuff that like we just do. It's just you gotta do it. 5 years later, you have to do that. And I made that a requirement and I did not back down off of it. It wasn't gonna be something that was gonna be every now and then. No, I need that constant.
Right.
Like that. So that was my requirement. And we keeping up with the requirements.
Yeah. So he makes the effort to be creative with these date nights. So it's not repetitive and
no. And we've done a lot. And sometimes I do it. Sometimes I'll be like, we having a date night. I'm surprised you.
Right. That's important too.
It's it's both of us, but he knows it's more important to me than it is to him. But he makes an effort to make sure I'm okay with that. I'm okay in that department. It's certain things that is important to him. Now I'd be like, what? But I guess. All right, that's what you want to do. All right.
That's that compromise, right? That's that compromise.
Yeah.
In a marriage or a relationship, that's what you got to do. You compromise for your
and I tell people this, right? Marriage is a lot of bending, swaying for comfortability, but you're in this bubble. But if you bend, a bubble is round. You never can be straight up or straight down. Absolutely. So if you bend and adjust to that bubble, you'll never break. You always got the cushion of the marriage. So you're gonna do a lot of bending, but the more you bend, the more you stretch, the more looser you get. So the easier to bend this way, because you're looser. Physically, if you stretch, you'll be all right. You'll be flexible. So do some bending in the beginning when you're getting to know each other. You're gonna do a lot of adjustments, not adjustments that will break you. You bend till it's like, all right, but you're not gonna break. Because if you feel like you hurting or you feel like it's affecting you too much, you gotta fix that and be like, no, I can't do that. You don't overexert yourself in the bending process. If you start to feel like it's too much for you, or you're losing yourself in it, or you're not recognizing who you are, you're so wrapped up in them, it's time to take a step back.
Right.
So you bend, but you don't break. And then you get to a point in marriage where now these things come easy, but it's always going to be work. We never slip. That's what those love check-ins are for. Like if my husband does something memorable enough for me to remember 4 weeks later, then I bring it up to him. He never is defensive with it. So before we even speak, we cleanse each other with Palo Santo. We play soft music, and it's important to create a emotional space to speak, because sometimes the meetings be getting crazy. Sometimes you be borderline arguing, but when you're in that space, it doesn't ever escalate to that, and we always come back down to each other and understand this is his point of view, this is my point of view. It's important for me not to expect my response out of him. So I have to always go in with the open mind. This is another person. This is his own self. And even though I would ideally like for him to say this when I say that, I have to remember he's not going to react like that, because I can't find me in him. I am me and he is him.
Right.
So if you don't look for yourself in that person, you'll never be let down. Right. You'll always be accepting to their point of view and their opinion. Then you move forward with that.
So it's kind of like knowing
I
So
feel
it's like a knowing your partner type thing. Like you said, you and your husband have been together 5+ years. So you know his triggers. You know how he reacts.
Not all the time.
No?
Not all of them. It's sometimes it's certain things like
you learn a new one 5 years in?
Yeah, it's certain because it's like different things you don't experience as life go on. Right?
You know what?
We've
You're right.
never had a toddler together. Right? So now that we've never had a toddler together, certain things are happening that are new for both of us. And he'll be triggered for something that he didn't even know could trigger him because now we're in a new circumstance. So it's important for me to learn, okay, you're triggered. So, okay, what happened? Or let's not go down that road again because that triggered you. Now, we can't talk about it right then and there because the baby's there. But when the babies leave, why you trigger? What happened? You reacted differently. Oh, I just remember when my mom did blah, 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 blah. Oh, so you had something that happened to you then, and then you never even really dealt with it. But you don't deal with it unless it comes up. It don't come up unless you're in a situation.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
So instead of me reacting like you wildin', I don't ever. Nah, it's like okay, trigger. All right, we're gonna talk about that later.
And his response was like he knew himself instead of saying, you know what, that just made me mad. Like,
yeah,
he knew
I don't
why.
take that. Just
Yep.
Why did it? I'm all in your shit. Why it make you mad? Why would that make you mad?
Now is
he
he
you know
in therapy? Is he in therapy as well?
He's done, but he did take therapy.
Okay.
He lost his mother at 17. So and he was sick most of his life. You know, she had lupus, so he lost her at 17. She was a great mom to him, but from 17 till that's prime time adulthood years. You don't have
a
So now are you requiring the girlfriend? And my husband was in the streets. He slept with a lot of women. It is what it is. He still got some dick that out there that he ain't, fulfill. But it is what it is. He gonna owe them like I'm an old Comcast forever.
Wait, Tiff, you said Pop gonna owe them like we owe student loans.
Yeah.
They gonna have to get it in blood. That's what you said.
We gonna owe them forever. My kids gonna inherit that Comcast bill if they don't inherit nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like it's certain things that you're gonna always. Marriage is a learning process. When you think you know it all, you don't. Then something else comes along. I thought I knew how he lived when we was living in a little small apartment. Now we got this big old house, and I'm like, what the hell happened to you? Why your boots over here? It wasn't over here when we had this little bit, and now we. So different situations bring out different, circumstances bring out different results. So this is where we are with it. It's not to the point where it's something that I can't thrive though, as a wife, as a mother, as a business owner, as a sister, as a daughter. If it doesn't affect those aspects of my life, then we're gonna roll with the punches. But if it starts to affect any of those things, then we're gonna really have to sit down.
Right. Have one of y'all.
So those things are who I am. I can't lose who I am. Ever again, as I did before. And I just found her and I like her. So I don't want to lose her.
Girl,
so
love that.
I don't ever want him to lose who he is. I married you for who you were. I don't ever want you to change. You're going to evolve, but the core, your character, the core of who you are needs to remain.
Right.
It's just how that goes. But or just work. But yeah.
Love that. Man, I feel like we might need a part 2, Britt. I know we gotta have
hubby on the phone. We need hubby on the
line.
Like we have to do a part 2.
We need to dial in hubby.
You know what, Britt? We need a male perspective too. Like we need to get a male on there. Because I love
male perspectives are amazing. I am not opposed
absolutely.
I do not. I am never ever opposed to male perspectives. But one thing I can say, I appreciate every single woman on this call right now because you know what? It's so hard sometimes to find women who are like, open to talking. There's no drama. There's no bullshit. There's no arguing. We're going to talk. We're going to big each other up. We're going to support each other. We're going to love on each other. And we're going to just have conversations. We're going to have girl talk. You get me? Like, and it's a beautiful thing. So I really, again, I can't express how much I appreciate T. If you guys don't know, this is my cousin.
Oh, that's dope.
He is my blood cousin, Brianna, my good friend. We got Tiff, my boo. You know what I'm saying? We share a bestie. You feel me? Brittany, Tiffany. You know, so it's like I just really appreciate the fact that we could all come together. We could have these conversations. We could talk, and you know, Tiff is married, so we want a married woman's perspective because that's what's important to us in this moment.
You know what's crazy? People always ask us. They be like, I remember a caller called in on like our 3rd episode, and he was like, "Oh, this is beautiful what y'all got going on, but how long did you make him wait?" I was like, 20 minutes. He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, first date." I had to get out of the way because, like, I was married before twice, and I was being boozled. So I needed to know. I just needed to know how it was right. Because in my mind, he was already perfect for me. I've been following this man. I've been his fan. If that was off, then I'll just, hey, whatever. I caught a body and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be by. But I was out the gate. I needed pictures and everything. I needed the video. I needed to see it all. That was the questions out the gate. Dead ass. I'm not even going to lie to you. Everybody know our story. People be like, "What? Yeah, so wholesome. Yeah, but we was nasty that day." I needed to know what was going on. It is what it is. 4th text message in. Do you have a big dick? Please, can I see it? I don't believe you. I call it a coupon. He gave me a coupon. I seen the coupon. I want to know if by the coupon I'll subscribe to the membership.
Oh my goodness! Gave you a coupon. Gave you a free trial.
I gave him a Gucci coupon too. He got his coupon, but we had to see something real quick. I was 27. I was 28. About to be 20. No, I was 29. Lord help me, God. I was 29. I had already knew who I was. I already knew what I wanted. I already knew what I needed. And this is the little stuff. This small stuff. Get past this, you got me. What we doing? But you're not gonna take me on 100 dates. I'm gonna eat $300 worth of Ruth Chris steaks, and then your dick is trash. That's gonna disappoint me.
Girl, that's another conversation. Because
at least you got a meal out of it. At least it wasn't the Cheesecake Factory.
No, but here's the thing: I cooked the first day.
Exactly.
I cooked. He told me he didn't have the money. He was like, "I don't got the money to take you on a date." I said, "I don't care. I'll cook. I want to see you." And from that day until now, I ain't seen a bill since.
Wow. That is beautiful.
I know that's right.
Life, and he changed it. God is good.
Listen, I love Cheesecake Factory, by the way, but that was just some little, little humor.
I know what you mean.
In Cheesecake Factory, that's a whole big thing right now.
We about to protest against Cheesecake Factory lady because
she was trash.
I could catch a vibe anywhere. I don't care where if me and Pop go listen to 90s music by the water, that's a date to me because I feel like you only get to know that person. So the food is okay. We can eat, we can enjoy a good meal, but let's get to know each other because if I don't like you, you're gonna turn my stomach. So I'm not even going to enjoy my food. So why would I spend on shit? And I'm not going to enjoy my food because you're going to take my appetite if you disgust me. So I feel like a date could be That's what it is. The second day we went roller skating.
That's cute. That's cute.
I want to know if you have balance everywhere else besides where it counted, because you definitely was there. But where else?
I would have been eliminated if that was my first date.
Me too.
Eliminated. I would have been like, girl, can we go to
cannot
arcade?
roller skate. But I could beat the ass in bowling. Bowling? I got you in bowling. Roller skating?
Yeah. See, bowling is nice. Just going to get some coffee somewhere, just meeting up, taking a walk in the mall. Let me see what you like. Let me see what your taste looking like. Like, pick up an expensive shirt, pick up a cheap one. Which one would you wear? Would you wear this because it say Versace or you like Versace for real? Like, that type of stuff I want to know. I don't care where the date is. It's the vibe. Create a vibe anywhere.
Love that. I love that.
I don't know what's wrong with these girls. They listening to too much Sexy Red in damn City Girls.
Yeah.
All the time they got boyfriends like Sexy Red pregnant.
Ice Spice too. Ice Spice in a whole relationship. Talking about busting her pussy open. What you talking about?
And Carisha is getting peed on for $50,000 a month, and y'all listening to her.
Right.
Come on. This
Who's
is what, and y'all basing y'all
relationship.
relationship.
Who's that? Who's getting peed on? I'm sorry.
Carisha. Diddy is spending on her, giving her $50,000 a month.
Right, and getting other people pregnant, like at the same time.
And he really sleeping with Santana, but we're not gonna go there.
Not Saucy. Saucy? Girl,
yes.
don't start no shit.
He's
Won't
sleeping
be no
with...
shit. Please. Pass the glass. Pass the glass.
Girl,
the
documentary gonna come out in the future. People that know.
Having good dates and stuff when you are in a relationship with someone and the vibe is already there. But this out the gate roof Chris shit, I'm straight. I don't think it's something that should be a requirement.
Well, the thing is that women expect now for men to pull a stack out on the first date and show they rap sheet of where the money going so that they can know where they fit in.
Let me tell you something that they don't know. Cheating is a rich man's sport.
So
go ahead, let them pull a stack out for you. You gonna be crying with no edges like I was crying with no edges in a Beamer while it's here.
It's the crying with no edges today.
Trying to figure out what the hell going on.
Tiff, you pulled the edges out because you were stressed.
Girl, all of my edges going. I got my edges back. My wig is down. I done made a hair oil to get my edges back. That man stressed me out so bad. I was so skinny. I had an Al Sharpton. I looked crazy.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm telling you, that is a rich man's sport. So
because if you not submissive and not shutting the fuck up, they don't want nothing to do. You are.
No, they want you to be obedient. Real men like submission. Some type of men want obedience.
Obedience, yep, complete obedience.
They feel like they paying for the obedience.
Exactly.
You better.
They paying for a service, absolutely. So they expect a result. Yep.
And they can afford to pay for you, her, and her.
Yep.
So I be trying to tell these young girls, okay, you want this type of man, young, financially, what is it called? When you are not, when you're financially illiterate, a whole lot of
money on anything.
You understand? So you feel like you could buy. Now women are now disposable.
Yeah.
They don't have no value. They don't have no worth. They're disposable. Now you got these men talking about what you bring to the table. Because the essence of being a woman is not enough because that can't be bought.
Right.
So now we're into these weird ass conversations about table talking. Because everything has a net worth attached to it. Rather than checking a man's actual worth, you're going by his net worth. So now everything has a dollar sign attached to it. This is the climate that we're living in right now.
Right. And I'm telling you, like, soul ties is real. People don't think about soul ties is real, child.
It is.
Soul ties is
really real and rare. It's like
girl,
find that
you gotta be
soulmate.
People just sleeping with anybody with any kind of mindset, any kind of trauma, any kind of whatever, bro.
And be sad and don't know why they sad.
Yep.
Sheer depressions, because he was depressed, and you let him do whatever, and now you done took him, and now he outside happy, whistling, haircut, beard growing in good, and he done got rid of it and gave it to you, and now you're in my salon.
Now you in my salon
with an ear-to-ear lace front trying to cut up your edges. Now you in my salon crying because this nigga beard is just flourishing and you ain't got no edges.
Flourishing, the beard.
But I be telling people, he done gave it to you.
Sure did.
And you won't give it to me because I got Palo Santo for that. You ain't gonna give it to me.
Saging.
I'm telling you.
Saging.
No, that's what's going on. That's the dating climate right now. And we get it all the time. My husband gets ridiculed because he says I pay all the bills. He pays all the bills in the house, the main bills. But I buy polo, vacations, groceries, children's clothes. It ain't even about the money part of it. It's just that's what works for us.
Exactly.
What worked for us now works for you. That's what works for us. What's important is you do what works for you.
Absolutely.
Nobody has a blueprint. This is the blueprint of our lives. It may not work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not enough examples.
I'm 1,000% advocate for doing what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you need to be able to be like, listen, this worked for me. I'm content with my decisions. I can stand by my shit 10 toes the fuck down. Like, this is working. It may look foreign. It may look different. It may look like whatever. It may look like a fucking circus to you. But bitch, this is how we living over here. And we're happy. And that's all that matters.
Yep.
Right. It works.
That's all that matters. So to bring that full circle is like, and this is why I feel the way I feel about the marriage, because it's like, listen, besides that, taking that legality apart, you know, taking that out, we're not even gonna talk about that. If the marriage, if you want to do common law, if you want to be married and you want to go in front of a church and you know, do all of that glitz, that glam, whatever you may do, that's absolutely your choice. As long as you are happy, as long as it works for you, as long as you and your partner have that agreement that, listen, this is what we're doing. We're doing it. We're going to ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. You know, we're going to just do it how we do it. If we're going to involve another person, my nigga, we're going to do that too. Whatever it is that you choose to do. Another topic for another day. But whatever you choose to do, if it works for you, I am 1,000% for it. Because at the end of the day, if you know what you like and that person know what they like, and if y'all like each other collectively together, what the hell are we?
Make sure you're not losing yourself though, because if you sign yourself, you gotta back up.
That's it. And in the absence of divisions of healthy, real relationships creates apprehension in marriage. I really believe that there's a grave absence of showing transparency, healthy Black relationships.
Yeah.
So people are apprehensive because they don't see it working in their physical eye. And then they putting in the people that they feel like is working, these celebrities, they breaking these people's hearts because we're putting so much stock in them because we're not seeing it around us. My grandmother and grandfather was married, but they lived in a house. They stayed in 2 separate rooms.
Which is very common. That's very common in the older community. Let's be clear. I know
a lot of Black people do that because they don't like them for real.
Yeah.
They don't like them for real. The old man is like, remember Kevin Hart had that little funny joke, a sip of my goddamn juice. Bitch, you ain't want the juice, but I had the juice. They don't even like each other, but it's like you staying together because you're collecting years. You're not happy moments. I want to collect happy moments over years. For me, real love doesn't exist in the measurement of time. It's the measurement of moments that we have. It's not necessarily like how long we've been together. And I think we got to get over that too. The fun versus the happiness.
You think like a lesbian.
Right. Hey, yo. You think like a lesbian. What? It's crazy, Bricks.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
Maybe that's why I be working. That's what it is. I'm telling you, like, people got this whole 90 days, 6 months. Nah, let it flow. Let things happen organically. Don't be so wrapped up in time because love isn't even measured in time. You can't measure it in time.
Period.
You can't say, oh, I don't love her. I don't know if I love her because it's only been a month. You don't know.
Period.
Them emotions could be as strong as they're going to ever be. But that time and what people perception of relationships hold you into this bubble of holding back because time hasn't passed. When time is our greatest and most expensive asset. And money like water, but won't get. You understand what I mean? So that's another thing. People, I think, get wrapped up in, oh, I can't commit to this long-term relationship because it hasn't been enough time. Nah, just make sure you witnessing different. You could, in 3 days, somebody's life could flip upside down.
Mm-hmm.
You can see 3 different aspects. A person could lose their job, lose their parent, and their dog can run away in a weekend. And you can see this person react to all these different things in a weekend and determine whether or not you love them.
Yep.
But somebody will make you feel like you only knew them a month. It's not. Nah, don't worry about that. Let me worry about how I'm measuring the love I have for them. Don't worry about the time. You can't look at a watch.
Yep. And not losing yourself.
You can't lose yourself.
Not losing yourself in that process.
I was so lost. I'm telling you, I didn't know my favorite. These niggas was like, yo, what's your favorite color? I was like, I like blue, not knowing I was this nigga favorite color. I really didn't know my favorite color was green until I was 27.
For real? Oh my God.
I promise. I promise you.
Green?
I was married at 19, got out of that, married again. Green is my favorite color. It's all over my house.
Green, your face though.
Green is my favorite color.
Tiffany. Brianna, what's your favorite color? Gold? T, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
What's your favorite color?
Mine is blue. Any shade of blue. I love.
That's me with green.
Okay.
So at least y'all know that. I didn't know that at 27.
Yeah, I knew my favorite color for a minute.
I didn't know what I wanted to. And then when I was little, my mother always told me, you're a little girl, you like pink.
Oh,
Pink is for little girls.
That's what you was told.
You understand? That stayed with me. Okay, I guess my favorite color is pink. Then my mommy said pink is for girls. I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah, I hear you.
You really got to sit down and like learn who you are.
Yeah. It's so much unlearning and relearning we got to do as adults, and it's like it's a journey. It's
you
definitely
ask
a journey.
yourself, why do you like certain things?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't ask those questions.
They don't know that, and you like it because it's connected to something else, and that something else could be a traumatic experience, and you don't form the trauma bond with that thing because you're comfortable in that trauma because it's painful to uncover it.
Right. Yep. True.
Right.
True.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot stand Brussels sprouts right now. And I used to love them. But it was connected because this nigga loved them. And I used to cook with bacon. Grandma, eat some Brussels sprouts. Now it's like, I don't even want to smell it. Don't bring it to me. I don't want to. It's triggering. It's like little stuff like that. Like, I don't even like this shit for real.
But
and
they green. They green
like,
though.
Oh, wow.
They are green. They are green.
I know, but I hold them. Hold the Brussels sprouts. Hold them, please. Look at no.
I love Brussels sprouts, so
I like them now too. I like them.
I like Brussels sprouts. I love them. So
I used to eat them with bacon, but this nigga one of them all the time, so I'm good. Hold them. That type of stuff is crazy, but it's real. Like it's real.
We're getting 2-hour mark, so we gotta get.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Now. I get to wrap up. My cat need to eat. He's looking at me like.
Brussels sprouts.
He over there sitting in the Amazon box like.
Oh.
Sitting in there. Yeah.
He about to get himself. He gotta ship himself somewhere to get something.
Right. I said your business. I need you to shout out your business.
Oh, okay. I got a lot. All right.
Yes,
go ahead, girl. Come on. Come on.
I have a beauty bar. It's called Belle Cheve Beauty Bar. Belle Cheve is beautiful hair in French, but we don't just do hair. So we do hair, nails, lashes, waxing, and makeup. It's like really a one-stop shop. It's on the water in New Haven on 1 Grand Ave. And then I have a line of products that are 100% organic. I have something from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet for men and women. What's really popular right now is, this sounds crazy, but I have a soap for us. It's called Bougie Coochie Soap. That's popular. And I have, girl, everybody want a Bougie Coochie.
I know that's right.
And then I have,
love it.
I have a wash for the men. It's called Hims, which stands for He Is Man. I have a ball wash and I got a ball deodorant. And the ball deodorant came about because my husband was like, babe, like.
Did you say balls deodorant? Like
balls deodorant is guaranteed to keep you dry 12 hours.
I'm trying to be an adult in this moment. I'm sorry.
No, I'm serious.
That just threw me.
It smells so good. Girl, it smells so good. So
right.
my husband was saying to me I needed to make something. He was like, it's like hot and it's humid and men be sweaty and they be wanting to get head after work and they can't. So you need to make up something. The way I was in there mixing like Madam CJ Walker, came up with a boil wash.
I'm Madam CJ Walker.
Yes, came up with a boil wash and it just hit. And now it's like crazy because all the guys get it. So I have those things for our intimate parts. I have a hair oil. I have an eczema oil. I got an eczema like an eczema scrub for the babies. A lot of our Black children have issues with eczema. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
For the scalp. I have something for teenagers that have acne. I have like an African Black soap coffee scrub. I have so much. And I'm in 2 hair stores in New Haven, but I'm also, it's in my salon. So if you come to the salon and visit, you kind of get samples of everything, smell and whatever, and do all that. And then my husband has a junk removal and moving company called Walker Junk Removal and Logistics. So that's that.
That's amazing.
Also, we are gonna put Tiff's information up here,
as
well as
social media, business,
social media. If you're in New Haven, go see her at her salon.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you need to move, call hubby. We gonna throw his info in here as well. As well as all of our handles. That'll be here listed for people to follow and tune in. If you're watching this, we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like it is a little long for the first episode, but it's authentic, real, and it's raw.
Yeah, they're gonna listen. They're gonna listen though. But definitely follow us. Follow Convos on the Rocks. We on TikTok. We on Instagram. You know.
Yes.
Hopefully be on more platforms.
Always come and manifest.
Yes, speak it into existence.
Yes.
Girl, it's
good talk, y'all. Definitely good talk.
Good. I'll be back.
Yeah, you will.
We gotta get Tiff back on the call. Trust me, we gonna get her back. We gonna get her back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. This was dope.
Thank you, Tiff. It was good.
No problem.